You know that old movie trope of old coot bonds with young lad? Well, what about more specifically the old trope of coot and lad are forced together but they don't really like each other until the young lad demonstrates his moxie and the old coot learns to loosen up a bit. Hunt for the Wilderpeople, if you want to know what you're in for, is a blend of Thor Ragnarok and Secondhand Lions. Elements of the plot remind me a lot of Secondhand Lions, except it only has one old coot, and the humor reminds me of Thor 3, the funniest Thor, except it does less to divert from and destroy the tone and groundwork set by two pre-existing franchise films. Its similarity with Thor 3, why did the villainess need a rainbow portal when she already had a green portal, are due to the fact that it has the same director. You know, the guy who was the rock monster in Thor 3? That same guy also has a brief cameo in Wilderpeople, and his name is definitely Tater Wet Kiki. Moving on, director Take My Wet PT hit it out of the ballpark with this one. The humor is almost always hilarious and usually lands, the characters are endearing, and the acting is great. I loved Sam Neill as Old Coot, and Julian Dennison, the young lad, is evidence that when other films make the claim, oh, this kid's a child actor, so they don't need to act well, they are wrong. The supporting cast is also pretty good. Anyway, for such an unknown foreign film, it's actually pretty accessible. I say this because the film is generally family friendly, except for a molestation joke that is unfortunately essential to the plot, but will probably go over the heads of younger viewers. Additionally, one of the few flaws of this movie is that it ends on a happy note that is almost contrived, when for a brief second it seemed as if it were going to take a darker, more interesting twist. Mainstream audiences, I should love it. So yeah, this film only made $23 million domestically, which means nobody saw it. Most people I talk to have never even heard of this movie, which means you should give it a chance. It's funny, heartfelt, quirky, crowd-pleasing, and deserves more attention. I give it an A-.